Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the LH44 career. Yes, I hope you're all doing well. We've got Chris, we've got Piusa, we've got Dart, we've got Aubergine Man. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Nipping in. Why is that the first message? Smurf. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome. I'm also going to try and go live on TikTok again. So we'll wait and see as to how that goes. So if you're on TikTok, welcome as well. Abadron, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this one tonight, though, hopefully is going to be a good one. Because, of course, this is Lewis Hamilton at the British Grand Prix. And, well, hopefully that can only be a good sign for us as the evening goes on. But yeah, this one I think hopefully is gonna be an interesting one. So we shall wait and see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. So hopefully we can stay out of trouble. Hey, welcome in, Alex. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, make sure you come over to the Twitch. I mean, it's literally right there. No, right there. Come over to Twitch. I got a much better chance of reading your messages and things like that. We're trying to get partnered on Twitch, so I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to help us get just that little bit closer to it as well. But yeah, so obviously we did a race last night around Austria. We had a pretty good one. We bagged, what was that? Win number 3 of the year, back-to-back victories. So we've got quite a bit of momentum behind us. As we head to Silverstone this weekend. It really does feel like I've turned a corner in this series at the moment. So I'm hoping that we can obviously chalk up another one tonight, but we shall wait and see. Welcome on in, aka Kevin Durant and Hubo, as well as Sonny. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Depressed Alpine fan, I think it's just the fact that obviously TikTok just throws content at you. And sometimes that is all people want. But yeah, we're gonna get on with it though. I'm gonna roll the YouTube intro, and then we will dive into the proper racing action. Hello everyone, and welcome back to round 12 of our F1 25 Lewis Hamilton Ferrari career mode. Yes, we're back this weekend at the British Grand Prix. Of course, this is a track where Lewis has seen so much success in the past. Of course, in 2024, took his record-extending 9th home race victory around this venue. Now, the IRL race this season was an absolute banger. Sadly, Hamilton's podium streak at Silverstone came to an end. So we're going to try and rewrite history this weekend and try and bag the victory. Now, we've actually been on a really good run of form. If you missed out on the Austrian GP last time out, go back, check it out. We won the back-to-back races recently, so 2 wins in a row. But if anybody's kind of kept up with my F1, I, for whatever reason, can't normally win 3 races in a row inside these games. So it's going to be a tough one this weekend, but we are 1 point back behind Max Verstappen at this stage of the campaign. Lando Norris is a further 13 ahead of the Dutchman, as he's had 2 DNFs so far this season. Verstappen's had 2. I've had 1. Leclerc's had 1. So Ferrari pace hasn't always been perfect, but we really are getting into the swing of things. Constructors-wise, Ferrari, we are now on top, 16 points ahead of Red Bull, 17 points ahead of McLaren. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed to the channel as well. Also, I'm really trying to push it throughout the rest of 2025. There'll be a link in the description below to my Twitch. We're trying to hit 10k over there as well, so make sure you follow us over there. And yeah, without further ado then, let's return here to the British Grand Prix. Dart, thank you for the bits, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Smurf as well. So it would be a shame if someone was to message right during the intro, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Welcome on in, everybody from TikTok as well. Thank you. I'm gonna keep plugging it, but come follow us over on Twitch. I'm sure TikTok isn't really a fan of me doing that, but I'm not too worried. Hopefully, I haven't got to be too worried about that. So we'll wait and see. Oh, I haven't turned sound off. I heard it on my end. I don't know. I don't know if it didn't play on your end. Do I play on an ultra-wide? No. I play on a standard 4K TV. So yeah, I trying to get F1 to work on an ultra-wide would be an absolute disaster. I was actually looking at buying an ultra-wide a couple of days ago, but I thought better of it. Dart with another 5 bits. Thank you, buddy. LM, I hope you're doing well, buddy. This is on 110 AI, maximum AI difficulty inside this game.
Fans are out in force. It's practice time here at Silverstone.
I only play F125 on maxed out AI. Seems very quiet, your end. Well, the donations, or... have I broke it? It's just through my PC, so the audio... It should be normal. I haven't changed anything.
Radio check.
Not too sure why that would be the case. Hey, welcome in, Matt. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm doing very well, thank you. Looking forward to jumping in with another episode of the LH44
I've had a
career.
chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated
Where's
into the car.
my
okay.
Silverstone
With any
setup?
luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Hey, welcome in, Lee Jordan. I hope you're doing well, buddy. So, obviously, Silverstone, we know now the meta is slowly shifting to lower and lower wing inside this game. So, we're going to try and run, not like a ridiculously aggressive setup here, but maybe a little bit more aggressive than what I would normally run inside this game. We know the Ferrari's got decent grip as well, so hopefully this is going to be a good one. Hey, welcome in, Chris. And Callum. Good evening, you smelly boy. That's a bit mean. I always have a shower after I stream. And, of course, on nights where I don't stream anyway. Question for chat, then. Do you shower first thing in the morning or at night? This will get some controversy in there. We'll get some controversial opinions straight in. I'm more of an evening shower person, generally. Both, fair enough. Is Jeremy Clarkson covering our Twitch, is he? Trying to make sure that people still are seeing his face. I've never watched Clarkson's farm chat. Is it actually worth watching? Or is it just a bit mediocre? Like, a lot of people say it's quite good. You prefer to go for a mid-afternoon shower, fair enough. Right in the middle of, like, a work day or something. Yeah, it's 3:30. I'm going to take my late lunch and have a shower. Oh, come on. I hate the fact that corner it reckons you need to run wider. It's not worth it. Hey, welcome in, Toast. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Are you driving in the next Create Series race? Season finale this weekend. I will be there, hopefully. Unless something comes up last minute, I'm planning on being there. Yeah, obviously we don't know where the season finale is going to be. It's a sprint weekend, though, so there's going to be big points. VXR Toddy, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. It would not shock me if we ended up doing Monaco. We might do like a reverse Monaco or something like that. I reckon it could be Bahrain. That's another one I could see it being. Bahrain or Australia. Because Australia's another one that could be an absolute banger. I don't think they're going to throw in a circuit from the second half of the F1 season. Because, of course, we'll most likely do that, obviously, next season. But you never know. They can spring some surprises in. Like we did Monza a few weeks ago. But, of course, Monza's just, you know, a quintessential Formula 1 circuit. If it's Monaco, if they did reverse championship order at Monaco, maybe I stand a chance. But I've honestly got no idea. I would just try and stay out of trouble. Wait, you can't hear me on TikTok? Sorry? Is TikTok already breaking? The mic's working on my end. Why is it not coming through? I know you can't hear the game. Game a lot louder than me. Oh, okay. That's weird. If I go like that... Oh, if I... Oh, actually, I'll turn down that a lot. Hopefully that's a bit better. I basically had to try and reset up my TikTok. Is that better? Hopefully that's going to be better. Ben C, thank you for the follow, buddy, as well. You can't hear me over the mighty Ferrari engine. Should Ferrari allow to bring V12 backs? Not much better. Is the game still really loud? That's really annoying me. If I go like that, or if I go like, oh, that's like really loud on my end. Is that better? Not much better. What about now? Is that better? There we go. We'll try that. Again, I've got to try and figure all this out. If it all works properly, then maybe we'll stream a bit more on TikTok. Hey, welcome in, K Thomas. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Say, TikTok viewers, it should be a lot better over on Twitch. All I'm gonna say. Should be a lot better over on the Twitch. So is it just the game is still quite loud, is it? Because I've got like the game audio way down, pretty much at 0. If I go like that, hopefully that's gonna sort it. Yeah, it's coming through really loud on my end for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Game volume hasn't changed. That's really weird. Why is the game so unbelievably loud? It's basically on the lowest setting I can possibly run it at. General settings. Oh, I'm pressing buttons now. This can't be a good idea. If I put it, I'm going to bring it down to 1. And I hope that does the trick. But the thing is, I got the game balanced everywhere else. It's like every Zoom call in 2020. I'm very, very lucky that I had to do very few Zoom calls during 2020. I didn't have to put up with a lot of that, luckily. I haven't got desktop sound on TikTok. Unless, oh yeah, it might be coming through there, mightn't it? Yeah, where's desktop? Oh, is it there still? Is that better? Oh, that's... Wait, why is it so much... How is it quieter on my end? Hey? Right, we definitely can't change that one. That's so weird. Why does TikTok do this? TikTok just breaks everything. I don't want to be too quiet everywhere else. Is that... How come TikTok can edit my, like, in-PC settings? I've got to stop streaming on TikTok. Absolutely. We're just going to leave it like that. And if you're on TikTok, come over to Twitch. It's much better. Yeah, smart idea would be just don't stream on TikTok, probably. I'm going to stop trying to fix things now. We're just going to roll with that. Cash Senpai 1, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hey, Mobile Lima. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So I've had an idea, chat, for some streams I want to do in the second half of the year. The second half of the F1 season. I'm thinking, depending on obviously if I've got other stuff on Friday afternoons, doing, if any of you guys remember last year, throughout the I think once the summer break was over, I did like an alternate F1 storyline where basically I tried to make Lando Norris world champion. I did a much better job than he did, trying to bring the championship down towards the end of the season. I'm thinking about doing that again, but live streaming like a 100% race on like the Friday before the IRL Grand Prix. Whoa, VXR Tony for the 245 bits. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Sam Wilding with the follow. Welcome on in. Mario Kart stream. I so want Mario Kart Tour. Sorry, World even. But I'm not allowed it. See, this is what I was going to ask you, chat. Do I do it as Lando again? Do I do it as Oscar? Do I try and do it as Max or George? I think it'd be a really tall order to try and get Max or George back in the championship fight. I mean, how many points back is George now? Like, over 120? I want to say. So that would be quite difficult. Yeah, I tried to do it as Lando last year, bottled it. To be fair, we got completely outclassed by the AI in Mexico, if I remember correctly. Like, I'm pretty certain the AI went full wets to dries and just completely claimed on me. I'm not muted. I can't be muted. Alright, apparently I'm just trying to get a huge slipstream. Don't try to make me think I've got even more tech issues, chat. I'm already nervous now. You can't play me like this. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. The Red Bull isn't a bad car inside F125, so maybe, like, it would still be doable. But I'm also there kind of going, we've got 10 races to go. It would still be. I basically need to win all of them, wouldn't I? Against the AI. But I figure that could be like a fun way to do like a 2-hour stream on a Friday afternoon or something before the weekend.
Program complete and a job well.
Do it as Kimmy. I'm tempted, once I've done this series, I'm thinking my next, like, try and make someone world champion might be Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Because his AI, for some reason, is still so bad inside this game. Save Yuki's career. That'd be a good one. So I believe bits, like a single bit, is worth about a penny, if I'm not mistaken. I could, yeah, Yuki to Aston. It's a shame I've already done an Aston Martin driver career mode. Otherwise, that could be quite fun. Although I'd basically then be doing the reverse of what I'm doing in the driver career mode. Rather than going Aston Martin to Red Bull, I'm going Red Bull to Aston Martin. Which would be a little bit weird. Yeah, I've kind of already done an Aston Martin career. That was another one I numbed and on about. Bring Seb back. That could be quite interesting. Seb with Audi could be fascinating as like a Sauber Audi career mode. It's a shame you can't change the names of teams inside the game, or at least I'm not aware of how you can. Otherwise, I might do that as like my final series. Hulkenberg to world champion. That would be brilliant. I did it as Bottas last year. Maybe I'll do it as Hulkenberg this time in cockpit cam. Yeah, trying to bring Seb to a world championship in the Sauber would be hilarious. Try and win the F1 championship with one of the F3 legends. Yeah, the problem is, like, all the F3 legends, like, all of them are pretty mediocre. Like, I swear none of them have done particularly well this year. You've got Solov, who's still in F3. You've got Voisin, who's still in F3. I can't even remember the others. Do it was Ricciardo. Yeah, Ricciardo could be another good one. Imagine he got that Red Bull seat halfway through 24. Is there a Season 2? It depends if I win the championship. If I don't win the championship, then yes. If I do win the championship, then I will move on to something else. Because I've kind of then completed the goal I set out to with this campaign. Got any tips for no traction control? Practice, practice, practice. I would say one of the best circuits for learning no assist is Baku. Because there's no room for error. But a lot of like the braking and traction zones are quite consistent. So I would say go to Baku and do some laps. But you've just got to be smooth with it. End Hackenen's sabbatical and try and win him a third championship. But then I'd have to go to McLaren, surely, wouldn't I? And that would just probably be like a one-season thing. Yeah, Lando Norris, after bottling the 2024 championships, gets booted out by McLaren. So Hakkinen replaces him alongside Piastri. But this is the thing, I would do Perez, but obviously I'm already now doing a Cadillac career mode as well. Bahrain's another good circuit for learning no assist because there's a couple of really tricky zones, but also some that are a bit easier. I think my point with Baku is, of course, most of the braking zones is just straight lines, and then there's a lot of kind of traction zones one after the other. Just play F1 Manager for a couple of hours. I do want to play F1 Manager. I know I keep saying it, and I do really want to get back into it. The thing is, I want to continue on the Mercedes career mode. But what I'm thinking about, Toast, you're probably one of, like, my F1 Manager experts. If I was going to do videos again on F1 Manager, I'm being far more tempted just to simulate qualifying and just start where the game puts me. Is that a really dumb idea? Because I feel like qualifying is just annoyingly repetitive. So I basically just, like, do all, like, the pre-weekend stuff, sort out the setup in practice, and then just go straight to the race. But literally just on the video show, like, the pre-weekend and then the race. I shall have a look, Alfie. Because if you did, thank you very much, buddy. Where are we going? YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is normally the one I don't have open because normally we don't need it. Where's YouTube gone? What am I doing? Where am I going on YouTube? Matt212 gameplay. Create. Go live. It's going to scream at me going, "You're already live! Don't do it, you madman!" Or something like that. I don't know. Where are we going? What's it doing? No. We've had nothing show up on this end, Alfie. But if you did, thank you, buddy. Dart with another 5 bits. Good luck with training, sir. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. I am live on YouTube. I'm doing very well, thanks, Alex, bro. Hope you're doing well as well, buddy. Yeah, don't get another concussion, Dart. That's the main one. I need to start uploading the shorts again of the setups, but I'm going to wait until I've done all the wet setups before I do it. But then I need to go through and update all of the dry ones as well. Oh no. Toast is going to be allowed to run free, ladies and gents. Curb! Curb! But there we go. I think we've nailed practice. Kind of, ish. Hey, welcome in, Tomo. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What was the F1... I assume you mean what was the first F1 game I played, Iron Shin. F105, back on the PS2. Was the first one I kind of remember playing. And then, like, the first one I really kind of got into was F1 2010. And then I played, like, 2010, 11, 12, 13... I played 10, 12, and 13 quite a bit. And then didn't really play 14. And then kind of got back in with F1 2015. And then really started playing 2016 onwards. That was kind of like my way back into the F1 games. But I hope you're doing well. So if you're on the TikTok, head over to the Twitch. Come join us. You won't regret it. Right. Qualifying time then, chat. Oh, I've got to do predictions now because I've got no mods.
Welcome along, everybody, to a venue that was built for speed.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, do you just do everything or do you just simulate with F1 Manager? Do you like older or newer games? The F1 games probably peaked with 2020/2021. So, start prediction. Where will Matt qualify?
Okay, radio check. Radio check.
Get your predictions in there, ladies and gents. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins. If you're on YouTube or TikTok, you can yell at me in chat where you think we're going to qualify here for the British Grand Prix. We've had back-to-back pole positions recently, and we narrowly missed out in Spain as well, so we've almost had 4 poles in a row. So I'm really hoping we can try and actually make it 3 in a row this weekend. I remembered how to do predictions. I might have had a bit of a brain fart a couple of days ago. P7. So this circuit is really good for the AI. Like, one of their strongest tracks on the calendar, especially over 1 lap. Like, you've really got to try and hang on for dear life. I have done 4 Creator Series races. P3, P4. So at least people think I'm going to be somewhere near the front. I guess that's good. Oh, I hate it when you do that. Whenever you use your keyboard on this game, you have to pause the game momentarily. It's really annoying. Like, you pause and unpause and it works again. It just doesn't seem to kind of do it properly. Anyway, first lap then, coming up. Let's really try and nail a lap of the British Grand Prix circuit. Lewis Hamilton, how many times has he had pole here before? Will it be another one today? Only time will tell. Completely flat, obviously, through turn 1 and turn 2. Hug the left-hand side to open up the run in towards turn 3. Nice. Easy there. Avoid the big curbs, but attack the littler ones. Try and get the power down nicely out of the loop. We'll just use a little bit of hot lap mode as we make our way out to the back straight. Avoid the bump right on the edge of the circuit, but you want to be looking for the 50-meter board. Purple through that first sector there. Exactly what we need. But I know Lando Norris set a very good time, and it's Sector 2 and Sector 3 where the AI tend to come alive. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, he'll be disappointed down in P17 after his first run. Let's just see what we can do then. Through the old turn 1. Easy flat, of course, in these modern Formula 1 machines. Maggots and Beckett's up next then. Flat, flat, flat. Down to... Oh, we need down a third. I've messed that up. We kept it inside track limits, though. That's the important bit. Purple through the middle sector as well. Come on. Hopefully this is going to be a decent time to get on the board. I think we're not much up on Lando at the moment. As there must be, I believe that's Antonelli diving back into the pit lane. Through the final couple of corners we go. Is this going to be good enough to pop us up onto pole position provisionally? Yes, it is. 126 flat we go. I think that's less than a tenth clear of Lando Norris. But happy that we've got the first time on the board. Next episode of Cadillac is going to be Thursday,
Pretty much empty.
I believe. Tomorrow we've got F1 2004 career. Thursday is that. Friday I've got a different video. Big Bean, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, there we go then. So it's a battle of the Brits at the front. We are 2 tenths clear of Lando, so happy with that. We gained a 10th Sector 1, next to nothing Sector 2, and basically identical Sector 3. Leclerc, 9 tenths off. 3 tenths, 3 tenths, 3 tenths. So he was just consistently a little bit slower than me. Hey, thank you very much, Elliot. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you enjoy the early access to all the videos. What videos have I recorded today? What have I recorded today? I did F1 2004 career. I did a setup video. I did some shorts. And then I've had a really weird ad mini day, to be fair. Are you doing season 2 of Co-op with Gary? I fully hope so. Gary and I fully intend to do another season. Right, come on then. Let's see if anybody else goes quicker. Lando's on another run. Ooh, he gets closer. He's still a 10th back though, so grip is rising around the circuit. Right, let's see what we can do though. Are you much of a cricket fan? I've been watching some of the 100 because the last 212 really likes it. But prior to that, I haven't really ever watched cricket much. We are on 110 AI, Dylan. Right, let's prepare ourselves then. There's a huge clump of cars on one run. So they're all going to trip over each other. But let's see what we can do then. Making our way through the final couple of corners. Getting ready to start our first lap of anger. Out of the final corner. Get the throttle down on the run towards the line. And let's see then. Is this going to be our pole position lap here at Silverstone? Are we already in for pole position here at Silverstone. Only time will tell there. A little bit more curve through the first part of the loop. Don't think that really found us much though. We are pretty much level as we try and get the power down on the exit. Lost Nova 97, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, we're about to get a pole lap. Oh, come on, fourth gear. Really trying to open up the run through Luffield, leave it in fourth. And hope that we can pick up the throttle nice and early there, really maximising the width of the circuit on the exit. Leclerc, luckily, has brought himself back up towards the front, so a good effort by our teammate then. It's through the old turn one. Just trying to be as smooth as we possibly can. On the way in through Maggots and Beckett's. Try to really open up the run through that final one. Oh, a little bit wide again. But we do a much, much better run off the corner. We really catapulted ourselves out onto the hangar straight. 3/10 up then. Hopefully we're going to break into the 125s by the end of this lap. We've already got a time good enough for pole position here, but will we go any quicker as we get the car slowed down in towards the final couple of corners? Oh, wallop the curve. That's going to cost us some time. Still should be an improvement though. 125.8. That is P1.
We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
That was awesome, guys. Mega job. Great job.
With qualifying
Love
complete,
it.
all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, there we go then. Third pole position in a row. And the last two, we have converted into race victory. Lando Norris, though, makes it an all-British front row lockout. Max Verstappen, brilliant effort right at the death there to go P3, just ahead of Piastri and Charles Leclerc. Russell down in 6th. Lance Stroll, he'll have a nosebleed running that high up the order in P7, just ahead of Ocon and Tsunoda there, with Carlos Sainz rounding out your top 10. Yeah, quite actually, I mean, down to Behrman, only 1.1 seconds covering the top 13. And then there's just a random half a second gap back to Pierre Gasly. Lawson just ahead of Bortoletto. Andrea Kimi Antonelli down in P18 at the end of qualifying. He will be disappointed in that Mercedes. Hey, thank you very much, Lost Nova. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you're enjoying it. 2 more races to go. They should be out tomorrow and Thursday. Let me tell you, they are both bangers. Well, if you predicted we were going to line up on poll chat, you've earned yourself some noggins. Choose outcome. What have I got to do? That one. There we go. Congratulations if you earned yourself some points there. But get your predictions in then, ready for the Grand Prix. Where will we finish this one? Only time will tell. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your points now. If you're on YouTube or TikTok, you can simply yell at me in chat where you think I'm going to finish. Stroll just delivers 1 race a year. It's the Lance Stroll way. Ooh, can we do any upgrades to the car? Can we do it? Can we afford any upgrades before the rest of the weekend? Because now we've earned some R&D. Yes, we can. What do I want to go with? I want to spend as many points as I can, but I want an upgrade that's on discount. I think it's going to have to be the Aero. We'll go with new wing mirrors then. They should be ready just after Belgium. Ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix in a couple of weeks' time. That's fine then. Does everybody think I'm going to do well, do they, Abadron? There's no guarantee. I could still very easily bottle this, and probably will, because the pressure is on. So, this season, we've won the Monaco Grand Prix, the Canadian Grand Prix, the Austrian Grand Prix. Spain, we had a bit of a disaster, but apart from that, we've been doing really, really well. And it looks like it's going to be sunny skies for 52 laps here, back at Silverstone. I like it. I mean, to be fair, Austria went pretty well for us last time out. A nice dry race there. I've bet my house on this, Matt. Don't bottle. With that kind of pressure, K. Thomas, I probably will. The LH44 career is going pretty well. Considering I'm on 110 difficulty, the first few races were like a little bit rusty. I mean, the first couple I was still learning F125. But since then, we've been pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it. So hopefully we can continue that on. Hey, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Nova, as well. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rusty212. £50 if I finish exactly
You join
12th.
us in the United Kingdom
That is
today,
an obscure
or
number to
Great
go with, but I
Britain,
like
as
it.
it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today, as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sports. A
Are
track
you
of
on the
speed,
same email as
history,
your Prime
and
account,
drama.
Abadron?
It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. The 3.6-mile-long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current
Oh,
layout.
the home of Formula 1 chat. It's a glorious circuit here. We love it.
It's also one of the quickest tracks of the year.
We have not had any mechanical failures yet, but I didn't realise until yesterday's race I didn't actually have mechanical failures on inside this series.
An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday.
She ain't on
puts him
Twitch
pole
as far as I know.
position,
Perhaps your mum's
edging
already
out
using her
Lando
Prime
Norris,
sub.
who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the
I
grid,
play on 110
we have
AI, Jack. Maxed out AI only on this game.
Charles Leclerc and Russell.
I will probably get... The thing is, I've done probably... What are we looking at? 50 races in my team. I've probably done, including co-op, about 130 Grand Prix on this game. Still haven't had a mechanical failure. So it's going to happen at some point. I just don't know when.
Hadja and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid.
Andy, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well.
It's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good
And
to see you
Pie
again
Minister
today.
Will.
Anthony Davidson. I love
Come on then,
being here
Pie
at
Minister.
Silverstone. I know
What's the
you do
best
too,
pie
mainly
flavour?
because we get to sleep in our own houses for a week. But what do the drivers enjoy?
Oh, I've
most
still
about
got it set to
this track?
F123. I need to go through and change all the stream
more so
elements.
for the car than the driver, because these high-speed corners at Silverstone.
This is either going to be
really
P1 or
test this
DNF,
modern
most
day
likely.
F1 machinery to its maximum.
Kid
You don't get
EJ,
that many times
Thomas,
throughout the calendar.
thank you,
I
thank you,
can
thank you
think
for the
of
follows.
Suzuka
Welcome,
and
welcome,
Spa,
welcome.
Maybe Qatar as well, with that high-energy cornering that you get here at Silverstone. So the drivers
Mad
love
help I want to
throwing the
give you,
car
buddy.
around through corners like Cops, Maggots, and Beckett.
I appreciate it,
And it's
Alfie.
really influential for your lap time as well.
I did not go to Silverstone this year. I was in the process of moving house.
All right, give me a
Hence
quick
why
radio
I'm now
check,
live on
please.
TikTok.
Radio check.
And everywhere else for that matter. Because I finally moved to someone with good
Right,
enough
mate, I know
internet.
it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Mark couldn't be more wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It's our own Grand Prix. We are going to take risk this afternoon. Team think a two-stop strategy, though. Medium, medium, soft is going to be the way to go. That is brave around this circuit, because tyre wear can be quite high, especially in Season 1. I should probably up the pressures slightly, just so we're a little less susceptible to overheating. I think we'll run like that. It's a bit of a extreme, but I'd rather definitely not have the tyres overheat than risk having them overheat. New setup video for the new office is hopefully going live Friday. I need to film that tomorrow. But no, I have been trying. I just need to tidy up a few more bits in here before I really want to kind of showcase it. To be honest, my setup is fairly similar to the old house, because like kind of everything works in a certain way, but there are some differences. So hopefully that's all good. Ready on the grid though for the British Grand Prix. It is 5 red lights here at Silverstone. And it's lights out and away we go there. I expect Verstappen to get off to a good start. He's gone softs. As Lando Norris going to try and cover him off in towards that first corner there. As the Dutchman trying to look around the outside through turn 1 and turn 2. If those two can squabble, that would be fantastic news for me there. As making our way in through turn 2 and turn 3. Verstappen there trying to split myself and the McLaren, and he has done so. Verstappen immediately up to P2. Leclerc immediately up to 4th as well then. So our teammates had a pretty good getaway here, as I'm sure Verstappen, he will know, being on that softer compounded tyre, he's got to try and make an impact as early as he can there. So really struggling. Cold tyres, very high pressure tyres as well. They will not have much grip on this opening lap. So we've got to be very, very careful with that. As immediately, oh chat, we're getting 2021 2.0 Verstappen trying to have a look down the inside. Will there be contact? We ran a little bit wide there to try and hang on to the position, but lap 1, immediately, Verstappen's trying to recreate history, but just the other way around there. Luckily, that time around, we made it through without contact. The car on the outside there just running slightly wide to try and bail out of it, but here comes the Dutchman down in towards that final corner of the end of the hangar straight. And luckily again then, oh, Lando Norris actually trying to go wheel to wheel with him now as well, just behind me. So there are definitely a lot of battles going on early on here. Like I said, I'm not expecting this to be as dominant. I mean, Austria, we weren't dominant. The AI just messed up their strategy. Canada, we really did have the pace over the rest of the field, but I've got no idea as to what to expect here there, as everybody looks to have made it clean and tidy through that opening lap. And that is a very, very good sign. Oh, I'm sure, though, with the DRS, Verstappen is likely going to get a run on me pretty quickly. Of course, yeah, I'm expecting that Red Bull. Like I said, he needs to try and get the lead as early as he can, because those tyres will get absolutely chewed to pieces if he's stuck in the dirty air. But he seems to not quite be able to push me as much as I was expecting him to. We'll see. We'll see. I don't bother with formation lap inside this game in career mode.
We've got a lot
Oh, here we go. Verstappen
Okay,
again.
use your
No.
overtake button.
That time round. Oh, he thinks better of it there as we get a load of understeer through the exit of the corner. That was a little bit weird. But Verstappen seems to... Yeah, he's really struggling, actually, early on. Don't know if he had to back out awkwardly of that move down at the old turn 1, but... Yeah, unless we can really get him out of the DRS, though, I'm not exactly sure what else we're going to be able to do. Hey, welcome in, Jack. I hope you're doing well, buddy. It's lap 2, chat, and I'm already losing my voice slightly. This cannot be a good sign. What age am I? 18 or 20? I'm an old man. I'm 25 years old. I'm a very old man at this stage.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep
So
this
the
up. Well done.
AI, they do not have like an ERS charge like you have inside this game. So the AI can basically use ERS everywhere. For some reason at Silverstone they use a lot of it. Belgium, for example, they use basically none, and it's really stupid. Here, they use far too much. So look out for the tyres when Max and Lando start battling. We've got to bolt it. I don't think we're going to get that opportunity. Here comes Verstappen. Again, trying to look down the inside. I'm still there, Max. Oh no, this is not where we want to be wheel to wheel. As all the Dutchman gets a little bit of a wobble through the exit of the corner. Again, though, this is where the AI used so much battery. So we're just going to try and make him think twice about having to look down the inside. I thought for a second I might have spotted a little bit of front wing missing, but I think he's okay. So we don't have to worry about the Dutchman being wounded early on in this race. Just with the higher pressures, though, we've got so much less grip than we did in qualifying. I'm at my quarter century of life. When are we going to do the 100 celebration stream? That's the real question. Willie the Kid and Calman, thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait till I hit 39. I'll be there before I know it. Last 212 thinks I'll be bold by the time I'm 39. So I'll either be bold or grey. I'm already going grey slightly, so. Right, is Max again going to get a run on me? This time around I'm going to make him work for it if he does. To the outside, no. Dutchman can't quite get there. We are trying to make this Ferrari as wide as we possibly can early on. Just shut up and go racing. Oh, no, Jack's giving me the drink water. Oh, it's Verstappen immediately. You just don't realise how much of a run he gets on you up there. So we're going to try and do the old up and under. Oh, he broke in such weird spots there, but wheel to wheel then. Up towards Maggots and Beckett, and again, the Dutchman just backing out of it. Ooh. This is a good battle, though, early on. I'm surprised Verstappen hasn't been able to make the move work permanently, but now he might. Again, he's just going to bide his time. Goes to the outside. Oh, I tried to give him some space, and he's going to take that space. You cannot give him any extra room than you absolutely have to there. In through the loop. Through goes Hamilton, maybe. Oh, again. Just about able to get the elbows out and keep the Dutchman at bay. I will take a sip of water when we get back out onto the Wellington Straight.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I am 25 years old. I'm an old man. Ah, some good water, chat. Fresh from the fridge. Nice and cold. Yeah, we've got a little bit of speed in Sector 1, I think. But that's mainly because the AI really struggled to get the power down out of the loop. Problem is, it's the rest of the lap they're rapid. Like, where am I going? Too busy looking in my mirror there. Hey, thank you very much, Ethan, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. God, we are 6 seconds off what, well, 5 seconds off what we were doing in qualifying. That's mad. You left your indicator on coming out of Brooklands 4 laps ago. I am Georgia36. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm trying to... This is... Well, I suppose Hamilton... The payback for Silverstone 2021 was Silverstone 2021, I guess. But we are kind of... This is basically now what would have happened if they both survived that moment. How relentless could the rest of that race been? I think they both knew lap 1 was critical, hence why they both went for it. But who knows? What was for dinner tonight? We had stir fry, except for we realised, or I realised because I was making it, that we basically ran out of what's called ketchup mayonnaise, which is needed for the sauce. So it was, the noodles were not particularly flavoursome, which is a bit of a shame. And because there was no sauce, they also, some of them got a little bit burned as well, which is a bit disappointing. Three for three, sorry, Crisped? Do you mean wins, or...? Yeah, thanks, Callum. Apart from that, it was quite nice. Exactly. The sprint on F1 21, or 2021, showed why they both would so need to claim that lead on lap 1. Because having to follow through Maggots and Beckett's was going to be near impossible. Maybe tyre strategy later on could have given a bit of a mix-up. I mean, Hamilton, to be fair, I know nobody else was anywhere close to their level. Leclerc, actually, to be fair to him, if you go back and watch that race, how on earth he kept that Ferrari at the front for so long was actually insane. Leclerc, when Silverstone is dry, is actually pretty nuts. Leclerc, when it rains at Silverstone, is terrible. He's just one or the other. Hey, well done, Jack. Gotta really try and keep it a little bit tidier through there. I mean, as the fuel burns off, it will get easier, but so tricky early on in the race. And it looks like, I think, kind of our top 9 cars are broken away. I believe both Ferraris, both McLarens. Oh no, top 7, sorry. Both Red Bulls and George Russell are bolted from the rest of the field now, so our pace isn't bad by any stretch. We're not, like, completely holding these guys up, but we're definitely, you know, not getting away. Silverstone is a circuit on these games where DRS trains are always going to form. I did and ahh about putting a load of soy sauce in, but I'd already used teriyaki, and I didn't really fancy mixing them together. Harry Cars UK, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Go full-time gambler. Would that be a good idea or a bad idea? I'm not sure. Oh, come on. Nice and easy. Ooh, Verstappen. 1 second. Him and Lando are battling, chat. This is our chance. This is our window to try and run away. They are still side by side. Lando seems to have made it through. Come on, come on, come on. Through the old turn 1. I'm not going to back out with my foot. Oh, Lando, though. He's made it happen. But we've now got a 1 second gap. Now we just got to try and stay there with it. Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy. 99% of gamblers do quit before their big win. It is an important life lesson. Ugh! Oh. Tyres can't already be falling off, can they? I was umming and ahhing about whether one stop would be doable here. Oh, look at that front left, man. Not a chance. 3% wear a lap. I don't fancy trying to do over 30 laps on a set of hards. As long as we can keep Lando out of the range, just for a little while, that'll be useful. Yeah, we've got to think about tyre wear. We've got to look after the tyres. So I think, honestly, Verstappen already then is starting to feel the pain on those softs. 9 laps, and he's already really suffering on them. I mean, he's almost lost the reins to Lando instantly. I know they're getting a pretty good run at the moment, but... yeah, Lando Norris, of course, championship leader. So it is critical once again that we beat him this weekend. That's the line we need through the old turn 1. Oh yeah, Verstappen. I think Verstappen's got damage. He's dropping back massively. I think everybody now is queuing up to get around him. Hopefully Charles Leclerc is going to be able to do so. But the Dutchman, he's dropped like 2 seconds this lap. Unless those soft compound tyres have completely hit the cliff. He's giving Lando and I a huge opportunity to run away. It's just the same Leclerc and Piastri behind him are battling so aggressively. Ferrari are leading the constructors. We want to try and wrap that up as well this season. I've got no idea how that's going to go. This is Red Bull 2005. It's basically Red Bull this year. Let's be fair. Yeah, Verstappen is nowhere. Soft tyres have not worked for him.
We've got a new strategy if you want to take a look at it.
Oh, what are the teams suggesting? Lap 16!
Copy.
Oh, not sure I'm a fan of that. Do you have a different setup for each track? Yes, I do. If you want all of my setups for F125, Matt212 Racing over on YouTube is the place to go. Froggy Ninja 24, thank you for the follow. Yeah, the problem is now I've got a little bit of a gap over Lando. I really want to try and stretch this as best as I can, but I also don't want to risk kind of destroying the tyres. I cannot work out for the life of me what's going on with Verstappen. One lap he's terrible, the next lap he's back up to speed again. What on earth is going on with him? That was on TikTok, Crisped. I wasn't just plugging that shamelessly. That was on the TikTok chat. Oh, come on. So we're starting then, yeah, just to give ourselves a little bit of room. Lando's still not exactly dropping away by any stretch of the imagination, but he's definitely not quite... It's so easy once you've lost that DRS to never get back into it. It's something normally that happens more to me than the AI. What strategy is he going with? I hope it's a 2-stop.
Time last lap, 1:31.6. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining.
That's good news. So, Lando's on a 2-stop then. That is fantastic. It would be quite interesting if occasionally Mark got that wrong. Like, imagine he says that he's on a 3-stop but he ends up only pitting twice or something like that. It would be incredibly frustrating. There should be like a setting in the game to allow Mark to make errors, because that would be quite funny. So last 2 and 2 and I get up. somewhere around 6:30 most days. I will admit, Matt212 usually gets up before I do. But we're normally both up and having breakfast before 7 AM.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Oh, come on. Already starting to feel the pain on these tyres. We maybe just pushed a little bit too hard too early. Will we have to go for the strat on the last lap, chat? To try and get the jump on Lando? If we get to the last lap and we're behind him, do we try and dive into the pit lane?
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.9 seconds.
So yeah, Leclerc and Piastri aren't even closing back in on Max anymore. So they're just really struggling. Is the TikTok less delayed than Twitch, is it? That's quite interesting. I think Lando might get back in the range pretty soon. That McLaren, as we all know, very, very good at just looking after its tyres a bit better than anything else. So as much as I'm just trying to keep him at the range for as long as I can, don't think we're going to be able to do it forever. We shall wait and see. It's just, sometimes it feels fine, other times it just, you feel like the bottom of the car just completely bottom out and just pushes the front end wide. It's really annoying. A half a second less delay. Interesting. Not a huge amount then. Yeah, because I've got the Twitch delay set pretty low, I'm pretty certain. It's just obviously where I use Restream, it has to go through Restream servers first. So I'm really interested then. This is going to be 1/4 distance. How much further can Max go on those soft compound tyre? On the soft compound. How much further is he going to be able to make that tyre last? Otherwise, I think he's going to, he's not losing anything really to Piastri and Leclerc though. They're not getting back in his DRS range there, as Russell and Tsunoda now have really dropped away as well. So it's all a little bit weird. That Abaddon always in Twitch must be so handsome. I reckon so. Yeah, I've never been one to, lie in that late. I used to, if I was on a bad sleep schedule, would probably wake up at, 9. But I've never been able to, sleep into the early afternoon or anything like that. But then again, I never went uni, so that seems to be more of a uni thing. Nate Dunn, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. So Lando, is pretty much... he's going about a 10th a lap quicker than me at the moment. It's basically just if I make a mistake at the wrong point of the circuit. There's parts of the track where we're quicker, there's parts of the track where he's quicker. But I thought we were going to have a good race on our hand last weekend in Austria. That didn't quite materialise. So we'll wait and see whether it happens today. He's getting very, very close, but he just can't quite get close enough in all the right places. Seems to be his main issue. But we shall see. Austria was a disaster? Which Austrian Grand Prix are you referring to? Yesterday's, we did very well. We nailed it. Or are you on about the F1 2004 career mode, Smurf? Because that one was quite interesting. Jet lag is a completely different thing though, isn't it? If you're jet lagged, you just sleep whenever you can, basically. When you play GT3, it's way more interesting to race on the sim. GT3 is so popular in sim racing nowadays. Do you mean like iRacing, LMU? I do GT3s on iRacing quite a bit. But I also still like racing the F1 cars. I've played LMU a few times. Haven't really got back into it since a lot of the recent updates have dropped, but I probably should. That's good going, Abaddon. 12 hours of sleep is very good going. Started a career mode on F124. And my brother picked Kick Sauber. I managed to win a championship with Kick Sauber on F124. It's possible. I don't believe that, Mr. Kickbot. I believe you are a bot. So yeah, Lando, the gaps are really kind of fluctuating right now. Max is really starting to drop back again. So I think he kind of managed to bring the tyres back in and has since then destroyed them once more. I've got no idea how we're doing with temperature management. They're actually pretty cold. So at least we don't have to worry about that. But I think we're going to have to pit by about lap 20. We'll probably go 20-20-12 on the tyres, depending on things like safety cars. Actually, will I even be able to take these 20 laps? They should do. They should be fine. Especially as the fuel burns off. It should get easier in the second stint. That's what we're going to try and do then. 20 laps mediums, 20 laps mediums, 12 laps soft. Because I'm hoping on low fuel at the end, it'll give us a bit of a fight. How long did it take you to win the championship with Kick? 2 seasons. First season, I never won a race. In fact, over the course of both seasons, I never got a pole position. It was just we were consistent in the races. I think I scored in every single race. And then won like the last 3 in a row when the Sauber car was finally really good. So I might have to bring it back with Hulkenberg this year. Oh, you gotta be careful of those walls in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, depending on when Lando pits, we might have to box slightly early. But I imagine he's probably going for a similar strategy. Already seen a couple of cars at the back of the field pit. But I would have thought, yeah, Lando will be doing something close to what I'm doing.
Okay,
Piastri's found a way around Verstappen.
Target,
Wait, George, are you here in then? So are we seeing one of those races where Verstappen can somehow take the softs as far as anybody else can do mediums? For some reason, Verstappen's just a tyre whisperer inside this game. He did it at Barcelona a few weeks ago. He just took, I think it was mediums, twice as far as anybody else. Just for fun. It was really weird. What's my iRacing profile? What do you mean by, like, my iRacing profile? It's just me. Yeah, I must admit, we've gained a few followers on Kick recently, but I like, whenever I go on the platform to set up a stream, I'm just always there going like, who's actively coming here to watch stuff? Then again, why am I streaming on there? You'd probably ask. It's like when all those streamers went to Mixer. You're there going, who's actively going to Mixer to watch someone stream? What's the last song I had on repeat? I had, for some reason, I was just listening to some music earlier on whilst editing. What was it? Oh, Lando's in. Okay. Lando Norris into the pit lane then, so I really want to try and extend this stint a little bit longer. I want to open the door for myself. Leclerc in, Norris in, Verstappen in. So it's going to be Piastri and I out in front.
Charles is in the pits.
We've got to push. I want to make this strategy work. I don't want to dive in the end of this lap. I might come in end of 19, though, depending on what pace the AI have got. We should still have eyes on Lando Norris. As one of the Aston Martins going to come through. That is Lance Stroll. He is now up into the podium places. So we're just going to use a little bit of battery. But Lando Norris has come out 28, 29 seconds behind. So as long as he's no closer than about 26, we should be good. Oh, come on. But the thing was, Kick for quite a while as well was a great way to get notified that we've gone live on Twitch. I'll keep streaming there just because I've got restream set up to do it, to be honest. What class am I in Formula? I think I'm B license, I want to say. Just under 2k iRacing. But I race a lot of Formula 4, which if you race Formula 4 on iRacing, you know is always a lottery. You basically either gain 100 or lose 100. There's no in between. Do you like Ed Sheeran? As a person? Yeah, I think. Right, there we go. So Lando's already taken a second ahead of us. As Oscar pits. So yeah, we're going to need to dive in this lap. Otherwise we are at a big risk of getting undercut. So just got to be a little bit careful. If Lance Stroll opts to stay out another lap here, he might legitimately lead this race. Drain the battery. Come on. TTG Thomas, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Yeah, we just got to drain a little bit more battery this lap as Sonoda goes fastest. Okay. Yuki's on softs now. Red Bull are really trying to gamble their strategy today. I think they know neither car is up to speed. They're trying to throw a bit of risk at it. Are we about to witness Lance Stroll lead a race inside F125, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question on everybody's lips as we make our way through the final couple of corners. Chronic understeer once again. We haven't lost much time to Lando this lap, though, so I'm hoping we should be fairly safe. As long as he doesn't jump Stroll down this hangar straight, I'm hoping we're still going to be either ahead of him or at least with him. Where do I brake? I'm going to guess there. Oh, a little bit early. That's fine, though. A little bit early. When am I going to bottle? Any time now. Any time now, I will bottle it. So, come on, good stop, thank you.
Okay, off we go.
Go!
That was a
What was that?
stop, faster than we were expecting.
Team just sat me there on the jacks. That was bizarre. Hey, thank you very much, Synchronize. I appreciate it, buddy. Is Lance Stroll about to be leading a Formula 1 Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen? That is the real question.
You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Leclerc, new fastest lap of the day. Will we deny the Canadian? Yes, we will. Lance Stroll sat in P2 for now then, and we've got slightly fresher tyres than Lando. So I guess we get to enjoy that. I've still got to try and get some heat into them. We might not be safe from Lance Stroll's clutches just yet. Will he be able to get a run on me down the back straight? I think if he can't do it here, then he's going to be in trouble, and Lando Norris knows that he's got to try and find a way around him. Otherwise, we are just going to be able to pull away once more. Just keep this margin of safety that we'd have enjoyed in the early laps there. Stroll actually getting a great run off of Luffield. But Lando to the inside goes the McLaren. Now or never for him. But he might, by going for that, actually drop the DRS himself off the corner. And Stroll down into P3, so he's definitely not going to lead this thing. But basically then, we've got 2 lap fresher tyres than Lando, and the gap's pretty much exactly where it was. Not going to complain about that. I hope to drive the whole next season of Create Series. Ideally, I want to. I might miss a couple of races. But I want to, yeah, hopefully do more of it. Oh, Lando just hanging on inside the range. I'm a little bit nervous. We haven't got much battery. But Leclerc's done very well then. Up now to effectively P3. Because Lance Stroll, of course, still needs to pit. Apparently the Canadian is now the tyre whisperer inside this series. Never thought I'd be saying that about Sir Lancelot. Oh, come on. I think Lando's going to get himself back in the range now, and that'll be where this race gets interesting. 21 laps down, though. This circuit is so fast. Races here just fly. Why is Stroll not boxing? I assume he's trying to one-stop? It might work for him, to be fair. I mean, Leclerc's now gone through, but it could work for him. Wow, nice and tidy. Nice and tidy. H. Mears, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. Hope we're doing well. Stroll won't undercut us, surely. No, because by the time Stroll pits, I'll then pit, but we'll have a huge advantage over him. I don't believe we're going to end up in a scenario where Lance Stroll is leading this race. Is the point I'm trying to get to.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so
That's
far.
what we need.
Gap to your teammate behind, 4.3 seconds.
That is exactly what we needed. That's not what I needed.
Okay, Lewis, your lap times are all over the place.
Stroll
right
hasn't
now.
been
We've gotta
better
have
this year.
consistency.
Remember,
Come on, we can go on this.
Fernando is back ahead of him in the World Championship now. It was just Lance had a couple of good points finishes, and every time Fernando was going to do well, something mechanical. The only one that Fernando did badly was Australia. Most experienced driver on the grid binned it. With all the rookies and Carlos Sainz. That one, I think, kind of went under the radar for a lot of people. But yeah, Alonso, that was kind of the only race he bottled. Like Monaco, he was going to score good points as well, though I think people often forget. Australia was a disaster. Oh, there we go. Lando, I think he's in the range. As we're getting closer and closer to half distance. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Of course, we might just start giving him some free time. There you go. New fastest lap. McLaren man is flying along. Is this going to be where that McLaren really does come alive? Only time will tell. They haven't been that good the last couple of races. Obviously, Canada we absolutely dominated. But even Spain, they weren't that great, if I remember correctly. Oh no, Oscar won, didn't he? Ignore me. I think the good thing for us, though, is where we're running such low wing here, it's denying the AI some opportunity. I'm running a lot lower wing than I normally would, and it seems to be working for us somewhat quite well. As soon as I say that, Lando now decides he's going to get a ridiculous run on me. Don't do that. Do you think there's a point in buying a new wheel? If you enjoy sim racing and you've got the money that you want to spend on it, then absolutely. As long as that money doesn't need to be spent on anything else, go for it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Lando to the outside. No. Not going to make that happen. So I think Leclerc is just steadily dropping away. I think Lando and I are still setting the pace in this race, although that gap's staying pretty level. I wouldn't even mind allowing Leclerc to get a little bit closer. Maybe back me up as a bit of a rear gunner. So look at that. Fantastic run off of that corner. AI still took a 10th out of me. Is it brake check time? Hopefully not. You can't really brake check the AI on these games. Believe me, I've tried. Austin, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I got to do a 2021 to Lando. Get him on the outside line through the old turn 1 and just send him to the shadow realm. Come on. Oh, we got yellows. Pierre Gasly. Second weekend in a row. The Alpine man then is going to be our first retirement, and based on where he's left, that could have been a safety car. Not going to get one this time, but disappointment for him. Oh, there's our first proper kick bot of the night. That's what we like to see. God, how long is that message? It tells you everything you need to know about kick, that 80% of our messages are just
That was
bots.
the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
I don't really like using V8 sound mods when obviously the cars don't use V8s. I just always think it's a little bit weird. Like, it's a cool mod, don't get me wrong, but I just won't use it. Oh, he's going with 2. The bot's feeling brave, ladies and gents. Oh, here we go. Lando, maybe this time. Yellow's right, though, sir. Can't go for that. Just going to try and hang alongside me. Yeah. We'll play that game. We'll play that game. Just park it where we know he can't go through. I mean, surely that would be a reprimand, at least for going wheel to wheel through a yellow flag zone. As here we go, Lando Norris to the outside.
Tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Oh, keep it in track limits. There we go. Beautiful. Defended this time round, but we might struggle by the time we get back around to the final couple of corners. Down this next straight, unless we can get a good run. That McLaren now really does operate very, very well. So we'll have to go a little bit defensive from him. Will Lando Norris be able to get the run to the outside? Again, how little wing we're running is helping us here, but maybe not through the twisty bits. Lando, round the outside we go. As we get to pretty much half distance in this Grand Prix, and he backs out yet again. So he just tried to give him a little bit of a squeeze through those final couple of corners there. He might get a run, though, back on the in towards turn 1. Not quite. He's just biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity. No real point in going for it there, because, of course, I'll just get the DRS and immediately try and go straight back past him. Ooh, easy does it. Easy does it. Nice and tidy on the exit. Oh, he might get a run on me this time. Now that car's been cleared up. He knows he can go for it. Again, just kind of waits. Whoa. Wait for me to bottle it. I am the Lando Norris in this scenario. Don't you worry, ladies and gents. Battle of the Brits. Nope, the Battle of the Bottlers. Seems about right. Crisp. Oh, Lando again. Big run. He seems to get a really good run off the corner and then just has no straight line speed. It's really, really weird. I don't know. Like, we're not running hilariously low wing or anything like that. It's low, but it's not, like, beyond believable. Otherwise, we'd be just a sitting duck through the corners.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.4 seconds.
You're officially our kick beta tester. Is it Creator Series? Not tonight. There's not a chance I'd be winning. Kick almost as slow as IRL Sauber. Hey, that IRL Sauber this year is cooking at the moment. They can end up... Imagine if Kick end up 5th overall this year. Just before Audi come in. Oh, no. That would really put them on trajectory I'm sure they'd be happy about. Hey, welcome in, Ben. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm doing very well, thank you. We're leading the way here at Silverstone. Lando Norris has just made a mistake. Leclerc's now closing in on the pair of us. But we're just trying to look after our tyres a little bit, he says, attacking lots of curb. How bad is tyre wear again? Tyre wear this time around seems to be a little bit better. But it kind of just depends on, A, when Lando Norris pits, and B, what tyres he pits onto. Because if he boxes for softs later on, then that might put us in a horrible situation if he tries to undercut me. We might then be in a bit of trouble. Ooh, maybe we got Lando out the range again. Whoa. I think we might have just got him out of the range. He's either right on the cusp or we've done it. Let's wait and see. I think, yeah, we did, temporarily. Don't think he got the DRS on me that lap. I mean, he'll immediately be back in it by the time we get down towards this next one, but still. The thing is with Audi is they've ended up winning in every other motorsport they've ever competed in. They're well aware that Formula 1 is going to be a different ball game, but if you don't believe they've got at least a fair amount of the expertise in-house already, you're going to be mistaken. Like, when you think about how quickly BMW were able to take Sauber to the front as well, like, the only thing that really cost them was the fact they didn't continue with that 08 car. I think it was still going to be a tall order for them to win the World Championship that year. But if they kept at it, obviously it was certainly a better chance than they were ever going to get with that 09 machine. It will take Audi time, but we'll wait and see. Hey, welcome in, Jeremy. We're doing very well, thanks, buddy. I hope you're doing well. 23 laps to go. We're still leading this thing at the moment. We're having a good battle with Lando Norris. Leclerc is sometimes closing in, sometimes dropping away. Verstappen has definitely got some sort of issue in that Red Bull. Unless he's gone, like, hard tyres to go to the end and is just playing it sensibly. He's definitely got something wrong, as, again, Lando trying to look down the inside. Oh, and again, we'll get the elbows out. Might allow him to get a bit of a switch, though, on the exit of the corner, perhaps. Not quite. Oh, here we go. This is not where we want to be. Lando Norris, nope, thinks better of it. He saw what happened to Max all those years ago and thinks, nope, I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah, the 2010 Sauber looked like it had no sponsors because it basically had no sponsors. But at least BMW still helped foot the bill. Otherwise, Sauber would have gone under. Do you do F2 at the start of your career? I normally run like a separate F2 career mode later on in the game cycle. So I'll be doing that again this year. When the F2 2025 cars come out. Or liveries, I should say. The setups I put on TikTok are the ones I use. If you want more updated ones, though, Matt212 Racing over on YouTube. Predictions for the Dutch Grand Prix? I think Oscar is going to win it. I think McLaren will be very dominant. Because it should be a track that suits their car, but I think Oscar's going to claim it. I do need to fix that Fanatec link. Arvid Lindblad, race winner and Racing Bulls. So I've kind of got like 3 career modes I fancy doing with the F2 drivers. I won't do all 3. Either, the one I really want to do personally, because I really like him, is Leo Fornaroli. Where what I probably do is run an F2 season and then basically say, if I win, I get a contract with Williams, for example. If I come 2nd or 3rd, I get a contract with, like, Alpine. Or if I come, like, 3rd through 5th, I get a contract with Sauber. And obviously, if I don't win it, or if I don't come top 5, then I have to do another year. Second one, Alex Dunn. Because I really like him as well. And then third of all, yeah, it'll be Arvid Lindblad. Obviously, up into Racing Bulls and then up to Red Bull in the end. Jonas, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. He can go to Red Bull. And Jeremy as well, thank you for the follow, buddy. Is that CSL a good wheel to start out with? Absolutely. I've had mine now for 2-3 years since they basically came out. Haven't had any problems with it. Would highly recommend. And the great thing is as well, this one works on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Firstly, going from F2 to F1 and carrying on the series would be a great watch. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. It's not something I've ever done before with my F2 series, but I think I probably will this year. If I was a Racing Bulls driver, I'd still world clear of Red Bull. Yeah, it's a difficult choice at the moment. I kind of forgot we were battling with Lando for so long here. He's finally closed back in again. But yeah, Leclerc's really dropping away, so I think it really does depend on whether Lando or I win this. We'll decide whether we extend the Constructors' battle.
Gap to your teammate behind.
Because we've got like a decent little buffer at the moment, but it won't last. But Red Bull are having a stinker. Red Bull's performance seems to be dropping off slightly at the moment, which is good news for us. Because Verstappen on his day on this game is rapid. Do you think Piastri wins the World Drivers' Championship? I'd rather see Piastri win it than Lando, to be completely honest. But we shall wait and see. Who knows what will happen? If you get like a foldable one, Crisps, could work, couldn't it? I mean, when I record the F1 Championship Edition stuff, I just mount the wheel to my desk. Trying to get the gap out of Orlando again. Don't think it's worked. All I've done instead is take a bit out of my tyres. So I want to get to... Oh no! What's happened? What's happened? A rear wing. I mean, that's still annoying, but I thought that might have been an engine failure.
Okay, there's a fault with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now.
Good heavens, chat. That was scary for a moment. Thought that might have been a mechanical failure after we'd spoken so much about how I still haven't had one this game. I think Lando, in the right car, has the potential to be world champion. But I think, you know, you look at Oscar Piastri's in his 3rd season of Formula 1. Lando Norris is in, what, his 8th? Oscar has way less experience. But what's also quite fascinating, you got to remember, with Lando and Oscar is neither of them have driven for anybody else other than McLaren. Which is quite interesting when you think about it. Neither of them know an F1 life outside of it. Like, I know Oscar was through Alpine and things like that. But it is quite interesting. Oscar is also, yeah, a very tough customer. And as we've seen before, Lando is a bit of a bottle job. He's learned from me. The art of the bottle. Hey, welcome in Rewind. I hope you're doing well, buddy. iRacing 1600 League starting at 9 PM. Sadly, I won't be doing that, I'm afraid. As much as I would love to.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on soft.
Oscar is, yeah, very cool, calm and collected. What I still really love was after the incident between him and Max at Jeddah, you could tell after the race, Max was really trying to, like, figure out whether he'd rattled Oscar. And I think Max quite liked the fact he knew it was going to be a lot more difficult to get into his head. Like, Lando, if ever he's racing near Max, he just jumps out of the way. But Oscar Piastri won't do that. And I really like that. Oscar was so calculated with what he did in Jeddah, it was great. P1 comfortably? We're 4 tenths ahead of Lando. I wouldn't exactly call this comfortable. how do you get on, Ben? Yeah, Alonso... I mean, imagine if Alonso did win the world title next year. The problem is with Alonso as well, is like some people say he's completely washed now and others say he's really good. When your benchmark is Lance Stroll, we've really got no idea. He might be fantastic, he might be terrible. It's all well and good going, oh, he hasn't been out qualified in over a year. You're going, yeah, that's still against Lance Stroll. Oh, Lando in. Lando in, so... I think he might be going hards. I think Lando might be going hards to the end of this race, chat. We should find out. Because Leclerc's coming in as well.
Charles is in for his stop now.
And both Red Bulls are pit, so at least we know Max definitely isn't one stopping. So, Lando Norris, hard tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. So this final stint is going to be very interesting. Because we've got to make sure we don't get undercut. Or don't get undercut by too much. And then we're going to be pushing a set of soft compact tyres to the flag. That's very good going, Ben.
Okay, Lewis. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
So yeah, Lando's come out 26 seconds behind. Immediately. Getting a little bit of a wobble. We can afford to drop a couple of seconds behind him. And we probably will, as long as we're not a million miles away. Because that DRS will still prove useful. This is going to be a good race towards the flag. Slightly different strategies coming in, but I think we've got to try and claim any advantage we can. Comparing Lando to Charles is diabolical. I mean, I would say Charles is a quicker Formula 1 driver, but there's quite a few characteristics where they're similar. They both can bottle it in high-pressure scenarios. Both can be very quick on their day, though. It's just about trying to get them into that happy medium. I would say, to be honest, Charles probably fluctuates more. His highs are higher, but his lows are also probably slightly lower.
Hit this lap, so push now, push.
Like, I'm trying to think. There's really not many examples of Lando making a mistake by himself and crashing out of a Grand Prix. Unless I'm forgetting something? Obviously, Canada was his own fault completely. Race Labs is what I use. And even the overlay I'm using right now on F1 is Race Labs. So I would recommend it, Rewind. I think I have a code for 10% off 3 months, but I'd have to double check. Both beaten by Max. Absolutely. Russell and Max are the only ones I would rate higher than Lando and Oscar. I mean, Charles' lap at Hungary showcases probably why he should be included in that. It would be fascinating to see George in a championship winning car.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Because I really don't know whether George would be very, very good or a bit of a bottom job. I've honestly got no idea. I think George would get very catty. Like he's already done with Max before. I think there'd be a lot of mudslinging. So if we were to box now, I think Lando would come out literally right in front of me. So Oscar into the pit lane then. So he's going to get out of the way of his teammate. Not that he was really in the way of his teammate, but you know what I mean. So we're going to have a decent gap for just a couple of laps. What I'm actually really waiting for is that DRS to be fixed. That would be useful. Because that could cause us problems towards the end if we can't get that DRS back online. There you go, Lando, new fastest lap of the day. Ooh, Oscar.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
That's interesting then. So Oscar Piastri has gone the same strategy as me. He's opting for the soft compound tyres to get him through to the checkered flag here. So it'll be fascinating to see how he gets on with that. Tsunoda's gone for arguably the most aggressive strategy I've ever seen. But he's still a little way down. So will Piastri get back to Leclerc? That's an interesting question. Because it's basically going to be one McLaren on softs chasing down a Ferrari on hards, and one Ferrari on softs chasing down a McLaren on hards. Very, very weird. In 2022, would you say Ferrari bottled it, Charles bottled it, or did they both? A combination of both, and that Ferrari... So what I think with 2022, Ferrari, you know, it should never have gone down to Abu Dhabi or anything like that because the Ferrari just wasn't quick enough throughout the course of the year. But Charles should have made that fight last longer than it did. I can't remember what the points gap was by the end of the season. But, like, Charles probably should have lost that championship with, like, 2 or 3 races to go, rather than 5 or 6. We have got 14 laps left of the Grand Prix. We have basically a 3/4 distance. I think, yeah, Ferrari bottled the strategy a few times, but I think also that car just wasn't as quick as the Red Bull on a lot of occasions. But there were definitely a few... It felt like whenever there was a race that kind of could have gone either way, Max still ended up picking it up. And that's obviously what, you know, that's a 14-point swing immediately. And that can have huge ramifications. I mean, the funniest one was still kind of almost against all odds Charles won Austria. Which you would expect to be a a Red Bull stronghold. Especially with Max behind the wheel. But it just goes to show how quick Leclerc can be. Like, when Leclerc is good, he is damn good. How do I become as famous as you, Matt? Well, I'm certainly not famous. But create content you enjoy doing. I talk over pretend race cars for a living. Gotta stop locking up. Especially towards the end of this stint. So we'll box at the end of next lap. I really want to have a quick set of softs to the flag. I'm still worried that DRS hasn't come back. I also was hoping we might get DRS off that Sauber, but I'm not sure we will. Yeah, Lando's going to be out a couple of seconds ahead of me, but it's not the end of the world. You drive with Team at Marduk, so you're famous. Yeah, but quite a few people drive with Team at Marduk. Yeah, 146 was the gap between Max and Charles at the end. That gap should have been half that, I reckon. If Ferrari had, even if, like, Leclerc hadn't made a few mistakes. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, Ferrari probably cost them 40 points. Charles probably cost another 40 points. So yeah, that gap could have been down to like 60, I reckon. I still think Max and Red Bull should have won that season. I don't think Ferrari sensibly could have, but it should have been more of a fight. Hey, Jack Tull, thank you for the follow, buddy. There we go, Tyler, warning light. So, yeah, these are starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. I just don't want the softs to be terrible towards the end. I don't want them to fall apart. I'm hopefully taking more pain now, so we've got less pain to deal with towards the end. I'm trying to do F1 videos, but I struggle to get ideas. I would just start with something a bit more simple, like career mode. You can learn a lot of the basics by doing that. Favourite F1 driver? The one we're racing as right now, LH44. This is my homage to Lewis, hence why hopefully you're going to win the championship. But we'll wait and see. If Carlos and Checo didn't crash in Baku, Ferrari would have won the Constructors last year. But you could make the same argument if Charles hadn't have got dive bombed by Oscar. Then they would have tied and Ferrari, I believe, would have won it. So, you know, it's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it, though? I think, again, Ferrari were probably a little bit lucky they were able to get into that fight as well as they did. The car was capable enough, but it was very rarely the fastest car. They just had two very good drivers that were scoring points consistently. What's going to be my new favourite driver after Hamilton retires? I've honestly got no idea, and I think about it regularly. Should play in the Creator Series? I do! I do now race in the Creator Series. Right, nice and aggressive on pit lane entry. Whoa. Again, could have possibly been a little bit later there, but we'll take it. That set of times has served me well, chat. Like we said, Lando's definitely going to get the jump, but not hopefully by too much. We need a quick stop by the team.
Right, let's go.
Oh, they haven't fixed the DRS
Perfect
though.
job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Come on, we need that DRS back before the end of the race. As here comes Lando Norris then. How big will the gap be? I just want to close in on him. Like lap after lap. Oh, he's going to be quite far ahead actually. We're going to get jumped by Charles as well.
Tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Hopefully we'll get the DRS off of Charles immediately. And just give us a little bit of help as we try and get the tyres up to speed. Yes, we have done. So let's see then how quickly we can get back past Leclerc. We've got 12 laps. We need a half a second a lap over Lando if we want to do this by the end. I believe traction control and ABS are banned in Creator Series, as far as I'm aware, but not Racing Line. I could be wrong, though. Half a second a lap, chat. That is what we need to the checkered flag now. I do stream Creator Series over on my Twitch. There's a link right there. I've played Racer in the past. I don't really play it much at the moment. But I do. It is a good sim. Right, come on then. Leclerc, I'm sure the team would have told you, Matt is faster than you. Or Lewis, I should say. How did we not get DRS? Oh, I've got no DRS, have I? So it's all irrelevant trying to be in the DRS. Can we go for a bit of a late dive? Whoa! I might have cut the corner there to make that happen. Leclerc could have played more of the team game though. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it this time. So first lap then, we need half a second a lap out of Lando. We took 6/10. Let's hopefully try and see if we can drag Charles towards him. Hey, thank you very much, Keanu. I appreciate it, buddy. Right, come on, come on, come on. We know where we're quick around this lap. I've just got no idea. Say we need that DRS back before the end. If we don't get that DRS back, then we're going to be in big trouble. If we can drag Charles up to Lando, though, that would be very useful. Work together as a unit down at Ferrari. Ugh. I would say try out the if depending on where you are in the world, try out their £20 or dollars or whatever it is with the Formula 4 membership, because that'll give you a good idea. The only thing I would say with iRacing Formula Racing is it's often carnage. Charles might win a race this season. It'd be odd if Ferrari go from almost winning the Constructors last year to not winning a single race this year. But it would be a very Ferrari-esque thing to do. So that lap, 1.2 seconds out of Lando Norris. New fastest lap of the day. Charles now immediately dropped out of the range, so we're not going to be able to drag him with us. But hopefully that fastest lap will stay ours to the end. Not that there's a bonus point or anything. Ugh, I've got too much rotation through the front. Come on, little Ferrari. Yeah, like I said, try out the discount membership and give it a whirl, rewind. Like I said, the only thing is with it is it can be quite chaotic. But, I mean, with Formula 4, there's basically a race every half an hour. So. Ferrari won races in 2009. They won Spa. They won a race, I think. To be fair, I think that Ferrari F60 is... It was not... Don't get me wrong, it was not like a rapid car or anything like that. But it wasn't as bad, I think, as some people remember. Hey, thank you, Keanu, as well, for the follow, buddy. What force feedback do I run on F1? Pretty much maxed out. To Lando, 4 seconds. Come on. AVFC fan, thank you for the follow. I don't know, did Aston Villa win at the weekend, chat? Someone will yell at me. Come on, Ferrari. Give me back DRS. I'm trying to continue closing in the gap, but also not... Ah, there you go, Rewind.
Okay,
I hope you
4
use my
second
link.
Gap between you and the car ahead. Keep pushing.
No win. Ah. So, fun fact, chat. People often forget this. Red Bull actually bottled 2009. Well, Red Bull and Vettel between them. Seb could have easily been a 5-time world champion.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on
Red
internal
Bull,
combustion engine.
on
Be
average,
aware
over the
that
course of
we're gonna start to see a
2009,
loss
had
of
the
power.
quickest car of the entire field. People remember just how good the Brawn was early on. But Red Bull, on average, over the course of that season, was
Okay,
quicker.
clear.
Yellows! Oh, it's George Russell! Disappointment then for our third Brit, as he is going to be out of the Grand Prix with less than 10 laps to go here. Max Verstappen will get promoted back up to P6. He is yet again behind Tsunoda at the moment. So it's been a pretty disappointing day for the Dutchman so far after battling for the lead early on. Another 6/10 out of Lando,
Pace
though.
is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Yeah, but you could have used my link still, Rewind. Could have used my link. But no, fair enough, buddy. I don't blame you. I think it gives you the same discount if you're a new member. I'm pretty certain. Hey, it's mad when you think that Seb could have been a 7-time champion if he was slightly less of a bottle job. 2009, 2017 and 18. We could be talking about 2 German 7-time champions. How much does it give you off? I think it gives $10 credit. I can't remember, to be honest. We need that DRS back, otherwise we're going to struggle to find a way around Lando. I know we're still closing in on him. We've actually burned through a lot of fuel as well. I need to start looking after those tyres a little bit. Hey, welcome back, Chris. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
DRS will be offline.
This is a driver career. Fix it!
Okay, so we're leading
Stop
up to
telling
the
me
lead
it's
by
still not working. Just
5.3
fix it.
seconds.
God, I'm really getting a Ferrari treatment today, aren't I? If they cost us a home race win, because they can't sort out a simple DRS fault, I ain't going to be upset, chat. Yeah, I hate to say it, but you could probably make the argument that Seb is arguably the most overrated multiple world champion of all time. Lovely guy, but got a bit lucky in 2010, got a bit lucky in 2012, 2011 and 13. Again, Mark Webber just could not adjust to those Pirellis. But then again, you think on the other hand, like, he adjusted to what he needed to as well in that year. And 2010, Red Bull were a bit unlucky as well with reliability. Like, they made that championship interesting when it probably had no right being, so. But I still think 2020 is the best F1 game. Probably all round when you factor in, like, mods and things like that. It probably is. What's your opinions on the 2021 season? Great campaign, completely tarnished by the ending. ...2018 was the best F1 game ever. No, sir. Far too much micromanagement. ABS, ERS... Not ABS, sorry. Brake bias, ERS. You had to manage so much on that game. Fuel as well. Remember having to manage fuel modes on the F1 game chat? That was awful. I tell you what then, despite the fact the last couple of races have been a little bit boring, this one is really shaping up towards the end. 5 laps to go after this one here. Less than 3 seconds in it between myself and Lando still. You didn't have to do that on 2020. Oh no, there was still, but it was nowhere near as powerful as 2018. Basically, when they got rid of party mode, they brought a patch to the game that made fuel management way less important, rather than just outright deleting it. Yeah, 2018 had no My Team either, which is sad. Come on, 2 seconds to Lando. DRS is back! Finally! 5 laps to go, we've got the DRS back! Thank you, Ferrari. Hopefully we're going to be able to put it to good use. But we shall wait and see. This feels a little bit like 2021. Hamilton having to try and close down Leclerc for the win in the dying stages. But could we still get Hamilton a 10th British Grand Prix victory? What would be our 3rd win in a row this season, our 4th of the campaign. Safe to say, life at Ferrari going much, much better in this than it was IRL. I mean, a very interesting season to be your first. My first was 2007. Oh, I'm low on fuel. That's not good. So we are definitely burning through more fuel than I was hoping for. We might try and really push to get inside the DRS. Save a little bit of fuel for a couple of laps. And then go for it. Or apparently just run wide. Use a little bit of battery. Try lift and coast just a little bit. Make sure to bring us back into the positive temporarily and still hopefully gain some time. Problem is, there's no point saving the fuel if we then don't get a chance to fight for the win. I would rather run out through the final couple of corners in the lead than never get a chance to fight for the win. Lando Norris has done a fantastic job throughout a lot of this race, just managing things. He got a fantastic undercut, but we knew he was always going to do that. We knew we were playing the long game towards the end of the GP. Oh, just sitting pretty much neutral on fuel. We've got to get inside that DRS. We've got to try and just get a little bit closer. Make sure we get that DRS so that we can really try to attack. Or like I said, even if it just means we can save some fuel, save some battery for a lap or two, it could make all the difference come the checkered flag. I don't think we'll get the DRS this time, but we might do when we start lap 50. So we get a mega run through here, which I don't think we will. 1.4 still. Staying neutral is better than minus. Come on, come on, come on! 3 laps to go after this one. Here at Silverstone. You would. You definitely would, Crisp. Easy does it. Would you ever do proper league racing again? Oh, I want to get back into some proper league racing, definitely. Oh, 1.2 now behind Lando. I could have probably been a bit more strategic there and used some battery through 1 and 2. Just to make sure we got the range. We are getting so close, though. Team are a little bit worried about the fuel. That's fine, though. It's still manageable at this stage. It's not perfect, but it's manageable. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame when the classic cars got removed. But then again, people were never using them. This is the thing, like, Codemasters have access to the numbers. People were not using classic cars. Right, come on. We are inside 1 second. We've got to make sure we stay there at the exit of this corner. There we go. We can save a bit of fuel now. We are 0.1 lap under. But we've got the DRS, and that will just give us some free time. We'll try and save a little bit of fuel. Save some battery as well. I've got to get really strategic in these last couple of laps. Oh, nice and easy, nice and easy. Thing is, if we didn't have to save the fuel, we could definitely get Lando. If I didn't want to try and save the battery as well, we could definitely get Lando. But trying to do all of it is not going to be that easy towards the end. 2 more laps remaining of the British Grand Prix. We are still dipping further and further under on the fuel. This is not good. We'll make a little bit back up through the loop. Just trying to coast as best as I can. Oh, we're just not gaining any. Come on. We just cannot bring this fuel back the right way. And at some point, we'll just have to go for it anyway. 0.7. Yeah, look how much you just lose on corner exit. Try and short shift a little bit, see if that helps, but it doesn't do much. Come on. We might run out of fuel out of the final couple of corners, chat, and that makes me nervous. Surely up through here we can save some. Oh, maybe blended off a bit too much, though. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta try and go for it. Gotta try and do something. Just make sure we are sitting nice and close behind Lando. This is going to come down to the very last lap of the British Grand Prix. A McLaren man looking for his first win ever around this circuit. Lewis Hamilton looking for his 10th win around this circuit. Further extending his complete dominance of this venue throughout his time in Formula 1. But we are down on fuel. We have not got much battery either. We are still just trying to save a little bit more. But we have got to try and make the move happen on Lando Norris at some point on this lap. Come on, just try and bring the fuel back a little bit more. Every little bit can really help us out here. As I try and just use a little bit of battery to give myself a slingshot out onto the next straight. It's going to have to come down to that final sector. Just save a little bit more, bring the fuel back in. I'm working so hard to try and manage this as best as I can. We were temporarily only 0.05 down. That would probably be good enough if we could get the move on Lando. But we are not quite there still. We've also got to try and make sure I get a good run out of Maggots and Beckett's as well here. Just a handful of corners to go with the British Grand Prix. Lando and I, nothing has separated us throughout most of this Grand Prix. Can we try and get a run now? We've got to use the last bit of our battery. Lando Norris will do the same. We are gaining on him as we make our way down the back straight. I'm not sure we're going to be close enough. Lando Norris, I think he might just have held on. He might just have enough straight line speed in towards the final corner. Surely we are way too far back. The car goes into low fuel. I've absolutely sent it on him. Lando gets the switchback. We are out of fuel on the run to the line. Lando Norris is going to do it. And all we can manage is P2.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
I mean, we had to send it. We had to send it, but yeah, we were never going to get that slowed up.
Here's the checker flag. The fans rise to their feet.
Classic Ferrari.
Norris for victory.
Oh, man. Yeah, if Lewis had been driving that, he would have done it.
On home soil.
Oh, we had to go for it right at the end. Lewis is gutted. Look at that, man.
The drivers involved as well. Great job by them today.
I believe that's my first second place finish of the year, though. I've had a couple of thirds and obviously a few wins. But I don't believe we'd ever come second prior to this weekend.
Well, it's
Oh, I'm sorry, K. Thomas. Oh, yeah, we'll pay out on that before I forget.
Bring them out to the awaiting crowd.
Well, if you guessed P2, I think you've earned a lot of noggins with that one.
He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he?
Oh, one person bet 10 noggins on P2. If that was toast, this is going to be hilarious. Who was it? Who was just bagged a huge amount of points? It is LMFWB. Congratulations. That is a huge dub for you, my friend. Big points at the end of the day there. But I tell you what, I'm gutted that we didn't win, but that was still a great race when all is said and done.
And I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, there we are then. Lando Norris takes the race victory. Less than 3 seconds in it, though, between him and Lewis Hamilton come the checkered flag. Charles Leclerc comes through for third ahead of Oscar Piastri, with, yes, Tsunoda beating out Verstappen yet again this season. Fernando Alonso, a great recovery to P7, best of the rest ahead of Sainz and Lance Stroll there with Andrea Kimi Antonelli bagging another point for the Mercedes team as well. Not quite where I'm sure he would have wanted to be, but a point is a point. Russell and Gasly, the only two drivers failing to see the checkered flag. Everybody finished this one on the lead lap, which is quite impressive based on recent results. We are still P2, but of course we lose some points there to Lando as well in the championship. His lead now 21 up at the top of the table as Leclerc still in third. Verstappen still ahead of Tsunoda, and Oscar Piastri still down in 6th place there ahead of Russell, Alonso, Sainz and Lance Stroll still inside your top 10. Further down the order, Andrea Kimi Antonelli now up into double digits. But you can still see behind Alexander Albon and Liam Lawson. Still ahead, though, of Behrman, Hulkenberg, Doohan, and Bortoletto and Hadar yet to score. Constructors-wise, Ferrari, the gap down to just 13 points ahead of McLaren. Red Bull still not that far away in P3, ahead of Mercedes and Aston Martin as well there. Williams in 6th, Haas, Alpine, VCarb, and Kick Sauber. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh, there we go, chat. That was good fun. That was really, really good fun. Thank you, everybody, so much for stopping by. That was a lot of fun. I'm happy we kind of fixed some of the TikTok bits here and there as well. I don't really support any football team, to be honest. I don't really follow football. Next stream, I stream on Twitch on Thursday. Next TikTok stream will probably be Monday, I would have thought, next week. Abadron with the 10 bits as well. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, though. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything too stupid. Is Curb streaming, or do we raid someone else, chat, over on Twitch? I'll have a quick look as to what's going on. But thank you, everybody. Where do I... This is bad. I don't know how to... Oh, there we go. I almost didn't think I knew how to end the stream on TikTok, which would have been quite embarrassing. Curbs is live. We'll raid him because we know we've got a couple of our guys racing in that as well. But yeah, so we'll be live back on Thursday on Twitch, definitely. iRacing creator series. That should be good fun. Send Curb some love. Tell him Fat212 sent you, everybody. Thank you to all the new followers, everybody, for stopping by. And yeah, we'll be back Thursday night iRacing creator series, Saturday night F1 creator series, and then next week back again with co-op and hopefully